Okay, so I've got Steve Sheehan here and old mate Steve. How you going?
I'm good.
Yeah, fantastic. Thanks for coming down. You've just been at the Cranker.
Been to the Cranker, doing a bit of comedy. Yeah. It was an interesting. It was a packed night.
It is going well there, isn't it?
Yeah, whatever they're doing, crowds are coming.
Yeah. Actually, so can you just pass me my sunglasses, please?
Yeah, sure.
Sorry, mate.
That's all right.
I'm feeling a bit vulnerable here.
That's okay.
This is fan. Thanks, mate. You need something to cover up the tears occasionally. You know, the attitude consultant doesn't show. And as Corey did say, Corey from MySpace, I don't take off my sunglasses, they're famous. That's a classic line. Remember Corey?
Yeah, I remember MySpace. I don't remember Corey.
Oh, okay.
I might still have a MySpace account. Did the whole thing shut down?
Well, the Australian office closed down. They're still around.
I'm going to have to go home and look that up.
Well, I've forgotten my login password.
Yeah, me too. We all have.
And it's attached to an old email account, so I can't...
It's on a device somewhere that you can't open anymore, or even it's run out of batteries, and the batteries are also run out of stock.
Yeah. Maybe it's something in landfill, an old mobile phone sitting in there. Maybe we need to dig it up. Yeah, no, because I was in Peter Coombs' top 8. That was a claim to fame of mine.
Top 8? What does that mean?
It was just pretty much you'd have your own little entourage of your favourite profiles, and you'd pop them on your main page.
Oh, okay. So it's not a Peter Coombs thing or a South Australia, it's a MySpace.
It's a MySpace thing, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that was one of my early criticism on Facebook. It's like, well, I can't set up my little exclusive entourage on my front page because it was all randomly selected on whose profile you clicked on last. Your last one added would be on your bottom line of your front page. It's all very carefully or tactfully worked out.
Yeah, it's interesting. Part of me doesn't actually care about how much people know about me, or these people in Silicon Valley who have all this information about me. I kind of think it doesn't bother me. It bothers a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I sort of think, well, what am I getting out of it? I'm getting ads about things that I like.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with that. I don't buy anything, so there's not many ads showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we test that now? Like, let's talk. If we talk about, we say the burgers are better at.
Let's see if it. I like.
Do you like that? Like, let's try and manipulate that.
I'll just see if it comes up in my.
Yes. Well, even just text me later on the night, just saying I had a target ad.
Yeah.
Just come up on my phone.
Well, I mean, if it comes on my phone from us just talking, then I'd be worried.
Would you be worried? Apparently that happens.
I think I would be worried. Despite what I just said, I think then therefore.
So you're just contradicting yourself.
I'm completely contradicting myself.
Right.
I think if they're taping my very words,
yes,
then I'm worried.
Yeah.
But if they're just.
Well, I'm taping your very words right now. I also want to get you to agree with the terms and conditions.
Oh, for sure.
As well. So yeah, we do have a bit of paperwork to run through.
That's all right.
I won't bore everyone over the air, but yeah, I'll just need you to sign from that.
No worries.
So first of all, I've got your audible consent. We are right to go. Mm-hmm. You have signed in. I've issued you with a visitor's pass.
Yep.
And I also do have to let you know a few things. I need to let you know where the emergency exits are. So in the case of a fire or an emergency, we all congregate out the front. Okay, so in the case of a fire, the alarms will go off and the doors will shut, in which case we're fucked, basically.
Okay.
So I have to let you know that.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
And if for any reason we do get out, we're all congregating out there. Is that just you and me congregating out there?
Well, no.
All
people, unless they get caught up.
Because there are other people living in this posh site.
But there were cops around every day with this woman down on the end there.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And you've got old Budloff on Statler, the old guy's going, oh yes, you've got to make sure the locks are working, got to keep people out. They've been stealing the
fire extinguishers.
Yeah, the fire extinguishers have been stolen, and it's like, mate, don't you know the issues are that who the fucking owners are giving the keys for? Like, it clearly isn't a Strata issue.
No.
It's an issue of fucking common sense.
Yeah.
Like, the people have been using this as a half house.
Yeah, it's a good halfway house. It sort of does feel sort of halfway between that and
Miley Land.
Yeah. I had a fella in my foot.
Yeah.
sort of getting used to being outside. And
Yeah.
he was a nice bloke. He was a good cook, actually. It's good to get some good meals from him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was a bit torn.
So you do a lot of short-term leases with your...
Yeah.
So being an owner...
Half an hour.
Do you offer any hand-job services?
Okay. No, that was me. Sorry, I brought that up.
Just let me know anything you want to cut out after that.
You can put it... Yeah. Like I say, I don't mind what people know. And
well, that's the thing.
I don't care. They can know it all. Because what are they going to do with it? They're going to ring up my mum?
The thing is, I didn't want people to know my personal life. And I just wanted to kind of just man up and just deal with it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you've got all of that fucking bullshit, it's a hopeless cause.
Yeah. No, you got to deal with things yourself when you get down. It's sort of like you can't go and... There's a point at which you can't ring your parents and say, look, I'm having a tough time.
You're almost trying to protect your family because you know it's going to impact them more than it's impacting you.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and when that Today Tonight special came up, I was furious.
Yeah, the cleaners came round to your place too?
No, they didn't. I didn't answer the door.
They did at my place. They came up to clean, and I got the shock of my life.
To clean?
Yeah.
I would have loved that. Come around tomorrow, Today Tonight, and fucking clean.
Yeah.
It's beyond my capacity.
I was really grateful.
I would be too. I'm still waiting for my NDIS claim to go through. Come on, come up here and do a bit of fluffing and folding.
Yeah.
A bit of dusting.
Yeah, it's on there now, actually. I haven't watched it lately. No, that's... I didn't mind them. I didn't mind them coming in and cleaning. I know the cameras put me off a bit, but that's all right. People want to see that kind of shit.
What was the story? What, Today Tonight came
one
in
of the filthiest houses in Adelaide.
Are you fucking serious? Are you pulling my pud here?
No, serious.
And it was one of the filthiest houses in Adelaide.
Filthiest. I live in the filthiest home in Adelaide.
Get fucked.
And they came around and filmed it. But they cleaned it up. That was the good thing.
Wow.
Yeah, so I got free cleaning.
That's success.
And they paid me for the story. So that was like, I was up about $20,000 plus the cleaning fee, which would have been about 10. That's 30 grand.
Oh, man. I actually had to access my superannuation early. Got me out of jail.
To give him a call.
Give him a buzz.
I will.
He helped me access it. He was an absolute champion. He saved this place.
Really?
Yeah. Good. I wouldn't have been able to afford those levies for the balcony I don't fucking own.
Yeah, you don't even need a balcony on top of you here. You could.
Do you know what? If it had a balcony, I wouldn't have purchased it.
Yeah.
The fact that it had a roller shutter was the reason I purchased it. And now I've got to pay for everyone else's.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's ridiculous.
And now mine's broken because they've fucking taken it down trying to fix the balconies. And there's a huge giant crack in my room.
Really?
Yeah. I can't fuck it, but I tried.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So, Stephen, what does success mean to you?
It's a good question. I think success... I've changed my mind about it all, to be honest. I thought success would mean something like doing really interesting work that I was proud of. Yeah. That other people were paying money to see. But now I think it means being, just alive in the moment. Yeah. Present to everything that's going on, for everyone, for other people, and for me, and for all of us. Okay. That just sort of feels like success now. Just being honestly alive, just present to the reality of your circumstance, and everyone else's as well. See, the thing about that kind of success is I'm so far away from it. You know what I mean? Okay, but that's hard. But that's your definition of it currently. Yeah. And how are you finding yourself living in the present moment? I can't do it. You can't do it? I'm really bad at it. Yeah, in fact, Yeah, I just have trouble.
Even when you're jerking off, does your mind go wandering when you jerk off?
Yeah, I lose track.
There's a funny story about that when I was getting a bit intimate with Nikki once, and it was halfway through, my mind was kind of wandering, and then halfway through the act, I just go, oh yeah, I'm performing with Mikey Robbins next Wednesday.
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah, I said it out loud to her, and when we just stopped, and just fits of laughter. Like,
we were very funny. So you know exactly what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Gracias por continuar con Acción Oklahoma. Vámonos con Shirley Rivera y las condiciones climáticas.
And you've got kids too, so you'd be worried.
Maybe that's what's happening, is that having kids has changed.
I remember you told me, and you said you're having 3. I thought that is crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. It's one of those things where you sort of think, okay, you're sitting in a room, say 20 years ago, 10 years ago, and you look around the room and you see all the people in the room, school friends or whatever. You just sit and you think, what if someone said to me, so everyone gets a little piece of paper of what's going to happen, where they're going to be in 20 years' time, and all it's written, you're going to have triplets.
Yeah.
In this year, and then in the year that they arrive, and you just look at it and say, but how is that going to happen? It's like, So when something like that happens, it's just sort of a momentous sort of shift. You just go, okay, wow.
Yeah.
But you had one too, because you had that moment where you just, everything changed.
Oh, for sure.
It's hard to make comparisons between the two, but everything kind of just shifts.
I do get what you're saying.
And your mind you have to completely shift.
If a clairvoyant came up to both of us and a clairvoyant came up to you and said you're going to have triplets, or a clairvoyant came up to me and says you're going to wake up in a coma and have to we would say get fucked.
Yeah. I mean, the future.
Do you want to know your future?
I couldn't bear it. Because I sort of instinctively know how terrible it's going to be. So just hearing the actual words will really defeat me, I think.
I can't let go of the control. I just want to be in control of my life.
Yeah. Do you think we are in control, or is there, I don't believe in the sort of predestination thing, where they say your life is already mapped out and you're just going to live it and you just don't know what it is. I kind of don't believe that.
No, I think it's 50-50. I don't know. And I think that also comes down to your choice as well. I think you can choose. I can choose to live in a Miley Cyrus bubble. And I did that for 2 years.
Yeah, exactly.
And I did it quite effectively.
Yeah, no one would have picked that. If it said that you're going to live in a Miley Cyrus bubble. No way. In fact, sometimes people make predictions about, actually, I've got in my bedroom a envelope, and inside it is my horoscope that was given to me as a birthday present 10 years ago.
Right.
Because I gave the person who gave it to me my birth date, time and everything.
And
they gave it to me. Now I never looked at it. I didn't open it. So it's been sitting there for 10 years.
Interesting.
It's like when you bury something in the ground.
Yeah, time capsule.
Time capsule.
Yeah, no, interesting.
Well, it's actually not like a time capsule at all, but it's because it's... Yeah, but if I looked... And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up, I'm going to film it. I'm going to open it up, I'm going to read it and film me reading it.
Yeah, like an unboxing.
Yeah, an unboxing. I could do that on the internet. Maybe I could bring someone who does unboxing and...
I think that would be a great unboxing video.
Yeah.
And just set it up.
Maybe I'll get you involved in terms of... Because I just gave myself away a minute ago when I said I'm going to ring someone to help me do an unboxing video. I'm sort of a bit behind technologically, No one rings anyone anymore. And no one consults anyone. Everyone just does it themselves online.
Yeah, so that's the problem.
I've got to kind of catch up a bit in terms of that.
Well, you've got a social media account. You've got a smartphone.
Yep.
You have everything you need.
That's right. I just need a YouTube video to tell me how to do it.
Well, they are then.
Yeah.
They
exactly.
exist.
That's exactly
Yeah.
right.
About what you were saying before about that whole Google getting information. It's interesting. I've really manipulated that with the Miley Cyrus stuff.
Yeah.
Because everything's Miley. Like I go to my YouTube channel, it says jump back in, Miley. And it's like Miley's done this, Miley's done that. Other people have started connecting with me, telling me whenever what Miley's up to, tagging me and everything.
Yeah, right.
My phone, I was half asleep. It was like 12 p.m. or something. And I looked at my phone and it just came up and it just said Miley on it. And it said, "You're my greatest fan. Keep up the good work. I love y'all." Right? Then I remembered my old IT mates. I worked in IT, knew about this SMS gateway of technology where you would just send texts just by logging in. So I thought, someone's taking the piss out of me. Oh, that could be Miley right now. Sorry, I just better get back to the missus here.
Absolutely, that's important. Say hello.
I'll say hi from Steve.
Yeah, hi from Steve.
All right.
Sleep well, maybe, I don't know.
Ease up, mate, ease up. Okay, sent.
Yeah, so what were we talking about? So you know who your friends are because they're always on your feed.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're interested in.
But anyway, this SMS gateway thing.
Oh, yeah.
So I knew it was one of my IT mates. Didn't know who it was. So, hi Steve. Nikki says hi. So yeah, there you go. All right. So SMS gateway. I knew it was one of my IT mates. So I just dumped a screenshot on it, put it online, said, "Which one of you funny pricks did this? Like, I understand the SMS gateway, I'm not stupid." Anyway, eventually it was his mates that outed him. It wasn't him, it was his...
God, who knows what's going on out there, Jesus.
Yeah.
They've got this thing now, and everyone knows this, but this sort of struck me as being like a game changer.
Yeah.
That the technology is so far advanced now that you can change a person's face in a film.
Yeah.
And they can't tell that it's been doctored. And like
After Effects.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't tell. So I could have my face put into a film and they can't tell that I wasn't in that film, that my face has been transferred onto it. So people can be filmed murdering other people.
Yeah.
And then have their faces changed to other people's faces. And then say, look, they did it. So we've come that far.
Yep.
And so they were talking about counterfeit money.
Yes.
You can't tell the difference between counterfeit money and real money, except for the watermark. And they haven't got a digital watermark to tell the difference between a fake film and a real film.
Well, there's a real big business opportunity there, isn't there?
Yeah, well, yeah. I could put I could put all my films out there and say, anyone want to be famous?
But from another opportunity there, as a filmmaker, was saying that we don't have to hire big celebrities. We can just get another actor and then pop their face onto it.
Yeah.
So you've been in film. You're in Babadook.
I was.
That's a cult classic.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
Haven't you?
No.
I watched it about 4 years ago. You were fantastic in it.
Thank you. I've heard it was a good film, so
Yeah.
I'm keen to watch it.
Well, it's on Netflix.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so but that's on my list.
Yes.
Babadook, and that was a film that when I arrived, I actually shot that scene before the film really started shooting. Like before the shooting schedule, it was about 5 days before the shooting schedule, and they hadn't really got anything ready, and they added this scene in, so I came in early, and you got the feeling that this film was sort of shaky. It was in shaky ground.
Yeah.
Like things were not really. There wasn't a real good vibe around for it because it was a new director, sort of lots of new things involved. So there wasn't a kind of it wasn't a smooth operation. And then it became this amazing film, which is just testament to the writer.
Yes.
And the director, who just knew what she was doing and just made it through. A great idea made it through, you know, a hard birth.
That's very interesting, because quite often we try to get something that is just highly polished and highly organised, and it never goes to plan. But this setup is like, you know what, we're just fucking raw, and we've got this killer idea.
Yeah.
I could imagine the actors actually being legitimately scared on set.
Yeah, maybe that's what gave it the edge, you know, that tension of what's going to happen next. Or, that kind of fear factor. That's true. Because, you know, there's all these films that are beautifully shot and everything, and it does.
And do you know what's fucked about that? Is there's so many ideas like that that would never get funded because they're not safe.
You sort of wonder where the waste is in the end, you know. Sure, some people waste money trying to come up with a good idea, but there might be a great idea in there that gets thrown out with the baby. The baby gets thrown out with the bathwater.
Yeah. I haven't heard that term in a while, but it's...
I did throw the baby out with the bathwater once. This isn't a very good day.
How did you get it? You've got an agent?
Yeah, no, I actually got it because Essie Davis is in the film.
Yeah.
And I know her from some theatre I did, and she just said, you know, try this guy. And because the other people who were all East Coast people, so they didn't know the Adelaide group. Yeah.
Are you at a point now where you still have to audition for roles, or people just take you on merit?
I think I still have to audition. If you know, no one's giving me anything just because of who I am.
That would be hard though. You just go and do a big performance, and then someone's like, "Oh, can you line up in this cattle call?" And
it's depressing. It's humiliating. But, you know, that's my second name, really. That's part of the game. Trying to just be a jobbing actor doing your thing. You just got to...
How do you think humiliation fits in with comedy?
I think it's all about a humiliation in a way, or failure, maybe. Failure is a better word for good comedy. A kind of comedy. Not all comedy is about failure, but I think the comedy that I've been most interested in is about failure. There's a video going around about some guy who's dreadful learner driver. Did you see that?
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, no, it's failure is such a beautiful thing, because it's, you know, if you fail and then give up, it's not as pretty as if you keep failing over and over and over, but don't give up.
Or
failing worse, better and better and better, or worse.
Yeah, getting better at failing and then pretending you did it purposely, like saying, "Oh, I meant to do that." Yeah, that's still part of the show, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Then the show just lifts; it gets better. Yeah. It's like, wow, that's part of the show. This show's amazing.
I'd love to put on a performance that just invests so much money into failure, like just have stunts that just fuck up, everything goes wrong.
Yeah, like making a film. Well, there's that film, The Room. You know,
yes. Tommy Wiseau.
My goodness.
And Apocalypse Now.
Well, Apocalypse Now is watchable. The Room is oh my God.
Yeah. I don't actually know whether he was aware of what he was doing or not. Yeah. Whether it was the whole thing was engineered, and that's what's so interesting for me. Is watching it, and then watching The Disaster Artist.
Yeah. So that's the big question, isn't it? Does anyone really know the answer to that, or is that like he's kept that close to his chest?
He keeps a lot of things close to his chest. He doesn't tell people where he got his money from, and he doesn't tell people where he's from. I think a part of it was staged.
Yeah, right.
I reckon there's a bit of Andy Kaufman in it.
Right. Genius. Yeah, made a lot of money.
But through failure.
Yeah.
Through failure came success.
I mean, that sort of brings me back to that comment about success just being in the moment. Because, you know, failing and being in the moment, you sort of start to see the world for what it really is, you know, just completely ridiculous.
I mean, it's hard to live in the moment when you're in the fiery pits of hell. Just go, oh yeah, this is good, this is going to make a great story one day.
Yeah, I mean,
how do you be the moment when you're in a prisoner of war camp?
Yeah.
What, were you grateful?
Yeah.
I'm dying so you may live.
Yeah, maybe that's the only way to stay alive, is to sort of pretend that everything's okay. You know?
Do you know what? There's that great movie, Life is Beautiful.
Yeah.
I should watch that again.
What did they say? One of the survivors in his said to, the ones who got up and showered every day, just kept the routine of what they usually do, were, a bit more fit mentally.
Yeah, routine is important. I completely lack that at the moment.
Yeah, I don't. No, I've got routine.
You've got routine. Oh, you definitely have routine having 3 kids.
Yeah.
But
I find it really hard, though. I'm sort of anti-routine naturally.
Do you line them up? How do you...
blow a whistle and get them to march into breakfast?
Yeah, that kind of thing. Is it Sound of Music?
Yeah, it is.
Do you put them in curtains and...
No, I tried to put them in curtains, but they've wriggled out of them. They love routines and they respond well to it, so you just got to try and muster that routine as hard as it might be.
Have they set up, as kids, their own little hierarchy between them? Is there one that bullies the other 2 around?
Yeah, it's funny, around the age of 3, people talk to me about three-nagers. Teenagers, three-nagers, and I think, what's three-nagers? They're really, really hard to handle at this age, and that's true. Yeah. They're really hard to, they've got so much going on, and there's lots of fights, and it's hard to adjudicate that, because you kind of come in and you think, you can't do that, but I know you're feeling something real. You're feeling it real, but you can't do that. But then it's all happening at once, and so there's 3 of them all, so you can't really get any explanation in there. You just got to get everything calm. And by that stage, they've moved on to the next game, and they're all friends again. It's like, well, we've missed any teaching opportunities whatsoever.
Do you have a favourite?
No, I don't actually.
No.
People talk about that, but no, you don't really. No. Sort of, they all are as bad or as good or as irritating or as delightful as each other in some ways. Just like me and you and everyone else in the world, it's like, oh my goodness. If I was to change my attitude, because changing your attitude actually really changes everything in some ways.
It does, yeah.
People say you can't change, no matter how hard you try, you just can't change. You'll always be who you are. But
that's bullshit.
Yeah, you can change.
No, you can. You can belittle someone to change, but I think the only person to change your attitude is yourself. We're our own attitude consultants. And I guess that's what, when you're watching Tony Robbins and stuff like that, they're just telling you what you already know. A lot of people ask me, what do I do in this situation? I usually respond, well, you get a piece of paper, write down what you want me to say and read it out to yourself. It's that easy.
Yeah.
And people make a lot of money off it.
People are making money in this world and they're not... Oh, it's just ridiculous. All these electricity companies, how they're just making so much money and we're just being ripped off blind. Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing we haven't had a royal commission into the electricity companies. It's like, let's do that.
How does that work?
They have to own up with what they've been doing.
Right.
They have to tell the truth. It's like, we've been ripping everyone off. Oh, okay, great. Well, now we've cleared that up.
Okay.
And then we can have some recommendations to change the situation so you can't rip everyone off anymore.
Sounds like a job for the attitude consultant.
It certainly is. Yeah. Yeah, get someone on who's involved deeply in electricity.
This AGM's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah.
I really hope it's on a Monday or a Tuesday, because I want to record it.
Yeah.
Would you mind if I recorded it?
No, God no. And then, no.
Because I think there's comedy gold in that.
Oh, and not only that, you could turn it into a musical, I reckon. Yeah, I think it'd make a committee meeting.
Yeah, committee meeting.
About nothing. The musical.
No, I have to film it, it'd be hilarious.
Yeah, no, it's totally got to be. I'd love to set it to music. Out of minutes and bureaucratic.
Oh, it's just a nightmare. I said this to I said, I feel like you guys are up the arse and then billing me for the condom.
So what did he say to that?
He didn't like it.
No, I'm sure.
How's the management meetings been going?
They're stuck because part of us want to make the building look really interesting, and the other half, the old blokes, want to make the building the same as it is, just, to keep it the same. There's no kind of zip in the decision making. It's all getting, voted down, and good ideas are just sort of being chipped away and discarded.
I subscribe to the philosophy, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
And
I also think we need to start categorising things into severity levels. Well, the high severities is obviously the legal issues that we've been facing with the balconies. So, yes, let's deal with that. Okay, well, why are we setting up subcommittees with fucking garden groups then? Deal with this. This is happening right now. This is the moment. So let's deal with that structural issue. Once we start dealing with those big major issues, then we can start doing the little cherry on the top.
Yeah.
We could start doing the trimmings and all that sort of stuff, and all the exciting things that everyone wants to do.
That might just be the best idea to move forward. Maybe we can.
Well, for me, it's the only thing to move forward because it's the only thing I can afford. I'd love to go out and buy a new kitchen. That kitchen doesn't work, but I can't afford that 10 grand to go out and buy a new kitchen because I had to pay for someone else's fucking balcony.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, sure, it needs a paint job, but it's just fucking paint. Deal with the cracks.
They have to deal with the cracks before they paint it.
You don't.
The painter said we can't paint it until the cracks are fixed anyway.
Exactly.
So that's.
When you're baking a cake, what's the first thing you do when you bake a cake? You bake the foundation of the cake.
Yeah.
Put the icing on after. Otherwise, you're just eating fucking icing. It's just a plate of shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Those last meetings, I just actually felt like bashing my head against a brick wall.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But let's just keep the status quo and let's just move it forward and get things done and make it look as good as it can within a kind of limited range, and then we can make some bold choices when we've got a bit more cash and fix things up, in a way that's a bit more artistic, I suppose. It is what it is. It's just people are just trying to get things done in the best way they can, and the builders are moving really, really slowly. They're just doing it. They're 4 months behind. It's just incredible how far behind they are. And they've already stuffed up one balcony and it's going to have to be ripped out and put in again.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Just fucking rip the whole place down and...
A guy wanted to do that. Did you hear that? Some guy asked, do you think the building could be bought whole?
Done.
Yeah.
Sold. I'd be more than happy with that.
Yeah.
You get one person like that would fuck it for everyone.
He said, show me the money and then get him to talk to me directly.
Reality TV shows are huge at the moment. Why not get one of those cunts to come in and we'll basically be sponsored to bring it up to speed?
Yeah, that would be amazing.
How do we sort that out? Bit of showmanship and bit of theatre? Everyone loves that shit.
Yeah, just get Channel 9 to buy the building. Yeah, they've got enough money.
Well, after all, it is the most dirtiest fucking building in Adelaide. That can be our selling point right now. Come and fix the dirtiest, shuffiest, but as seen on Today Tonight, apparently.
Yeah.
So frustrating.
Yeah, you are so frustrated with this. The thing about being off the committee is you don't get to know what madness is going on, and so you can only imagine it. And imagining it is probably worse than the actual madness, because it's, at least I'm on the committee, I can see the stupidity that's going on.
Yeah.
You kind of, go, okay, so this is going on, right.
Being on the committee is like talking to a clairvoyant and saying that you're going to be really sick and you're going to wake up in a coma. Like, it was far better to just wake up and go, I can't feel my legs, rather than have that anticipation of knowing what, and that's what it's like going into committee and thinking, I'm going to make a difference.
It's true, yeah.
And then just go.
We know at the end of all these committee meetings, the place is going to fall down.
Like, just asking for help is the hardest thing. I can't do it.
No.
Just sitting there going, well, it's only going to get better, and you just keep punching up, and then it's just like, and it does, it gets worse, and you're thinking, I can't get any worse than this, and you think it can't, and it gets even worse, and you're still okay, And all it is it builds resilience, but I'm sick and tired of being resilient. I'm tired of learning lessons. I want to celebrate. I just want to pop a cork and then soak up some sun and have a holiday.
Yeah. I've always wanted to fly first class.
Yeah.
You know, just somewhere close.
Yeah.
So it doesn't cost too much. Just to sort of wander into first class and just sort of get the feeling that you're not supposed to be there, and then sit down.
This year, after I did pub quiz, I got myself a nice bottle of white wine, Adelaide region, Sauvignon Blanc, fantastic wines. And then we're doing $10 chicken. Had my heater on because it was working at the time.
Yeah.
And I just sat there and I thought, this is what it's like to be in first class.
Yeah.
So I imagined myself being in first class.
And the plane taking off.
And the plane taking off.
Yeah.
That was enough for me at the time.
Yeah, I'm going to do that too. I'm going to get myself a little nook, find out a bit more about first class.
Yeah.
Get everything settled up, settle into a beautiful bottle of wine, there's food.
Yeah.
Someone to come down and say, "You all right, sir? Move on."
Yeah. Get a head job as well.
Can you?
Was it the Miley High Club, I think they call it.
Okay. Well, that'd be very embarrassing, wouldn't it? Just sitting there, having someone give you a head job and everyone's just sort of next to you watching.
I've got a confession to make.
That happened to you?
No. I was taking a flight back from Amsterdam.
Yep.
This was going back 10, 15 years ago. And there was a seat there and there was an empty seat next to me. And the lights had gone out and it had a little blankie on the knees. I rubbed one out on the plane. Just put the tray table down.
Wow.
Yeah, lights was out. Yeah.
Do you reckon anyone suspected anything?
I don't think anyone suspected anything. And I did the magic sleeve as well. So I did when you pop your hand in that, so you wouldn't have been able to see hand action moving.
I reckon everyone would have known.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I reckon everyone would have known.
Bullshit.
I reckon there's people in the world right now going, so we're on this plane, right? Coming back from Amsterdam, and there's a guy who's winking.
It was a quiet one though. I didn't make any. It was dead quiet.
Yeah.
It was just.
But I reckon you probably make more sound than you think, even when you're doing really quiet.
But everyone had their headphones on.
True.
And the cabin crew were probably out sleeping at the back.
Didn't think of that. Headphones on. That's
headphones
true.
on.
That's very true.
No, I 100% got away with it.
Yeah. No, that's the clincher.
Yeah.
The headphones.
The headphones. Have you ever been busted having a wank before?
Yes.
You have?
Yep.
Wow, that'd be humiliating.
Oh.
Or did it help you finish off?
I was very young.
Okay.
Very young.
Did you want to share the story or?
I just sort of thought everyone was out.
Ah.
Yeah. But
so parents.
Yeah. No. My grandmother.
Was that the end for her? Did she have a heart attack when she saw that?
No, she lived not a lot longer.
Did you get the talk afterwards?
No, nothing was said. Don't know if anyone ever found out.
Oh, okay, just an awkward breakfast.
Just a couple of excuses, sort of, trying to sort of make it look like I had some calamine lotion that needed putting on some.
Yeah, you had an itch.
Yes.
Sorry, Nana, I had an itch. Yeah, and I was scratching it.
Just needed to get the calamine lotion in, get it on as quickly as I possibly could. Have you?
No.
No.
As far as I'm aware, I've got away with it, yeah.
Okay. Because I went to boarding school.
Right.
There used to be this joke, they used to call it the sort of midnight shiver.
Right.
Because you knew if someone was doing it because you could hear the sort of shiver sound.
Yes.
Just a shivering sort of sound.
Yep.
And it could be shivering, but it could have been the other thing.
Yeah.
Are you kind of hoping you might get caught like in the future? Or
no,
something?
definitely.
Is it something you'd like to do?
Definitely not.
Because some people do it in places that are extremely dangerous in the hope that they might get caught.
Yeah, see, that's weird. I don't get that. It's a private act. It's like, you know, the door's shut. I'm having a bit of me time. You know what I mean? Anything funny you want to talk about? This is all a bit serious.
We could talk about
Comedy?
Comedy, yep. Comedy.
I remember the first time I saw you on stage. It was on Guja Street. It was upstairs.
Oh, yeah.
What was that venue called?
Yeah, I can't remember. Yeah, I know the one you mean, though. I can't remember.
And you had a backpack on stage the whole time. You didn't reference why you had a backpack. And it was the funniest thing I'd ever seen.
Yeah, that backpack, I kind of got rid of that eventually.
It was like you were destined to be somewhere else. You were in a hurry. It's like,
I've got things going. I'm just here quickly.
Yeah,
that was ages ago now, eh? Yeah, I remember a gig you did in Loxton. Do you remember that gig?
I remember one of the Loxton gigs. Yes, I do.
Do you remember the Loxton gig? Yeah, it was a shocker. I probably did the worst gig of my life, but I was not the only one.
Yeah.
Probably 4 of us did the worst gigs of our life, and you killed. Do you remember that? You killed. I bet you started really badly and then sort of started abusing the audience, and they loved it. Yeah, it was like this. It's like we all went out and just got shot down, you know.
And then
we went out and started getting shot. You were getting shot, and then suddenly you turned a switch. Yeah, and you just started yelling back at them.
Why are people like that?
Yeah, why
do people respect you more when you fire it back at them?
You know, it's about failing. You were failing so badly, but you just wouldn't give up. And then suddenly it's like, I think I gave up. You know, it's like, I gave up. And I gave up over and over and over and over again. They just picked it. They picked it until I was just dead meat. Just sort of pretend it wasn't happening. And then you weren't pretending. Kind of that's funny. It's sort of when people say don't be funny, just be human, and that's what's going to make people laugh.
And that's about context as well, because when you're in the moment, I've had sets like that where I've totally just dug that hole and just gone really deep, and it was painful. But I've recorded that and then posted it online, and it's been hilarious.
Wow.
It's kind of like watching a really painful sitcom like Mother and Son or whatever, that's dealing with dementia and all that shit.
Yeah.
When you're in it, it's horrible.
Yeah.
But when you're watching it from the safety of your own laptop computer...
I find it the other way around. When I see a shocking gig that I've done and I'm watching it back again, I'm just I can't watch it. It's just like I keep turning it off and going, I can't see it. Yeah, but that's your ego. You got to suspend. You got to push that aside and keep in mind that failure is hilarious. I wonder what would happen if you put a laugh track to really bad gigs, just across the board, everyone doing their worst gig, and then just have this massive laugh track.
It works. It does work.
It's interesting. Okay.
Well, that's what I'm doing that's what the Miley Lounge is. Did you want to do a quick set before you go?
Okay. Yep. All right.
Yeah. We'll do that.
Yep.
And then I'll put canned laughter into it.
Okay,
so you can do whatever you do. What we're going to do right now is we're just going to record a quick set with Steve in the Miley Lounge. And then we'll post that, so you can check that out on the Attitude Consultants YouTube account. I believe I have 3 subscribers at the moment, and my last video got 4 views. So we're going viral.
Nice.
Yeah. Let's make a viral clip, Steve.
Great.
Yeah, fantastic.
I'll do new material.
Yeah. So this is what the Miley Lounge could be. It could be a rehearsal space, just where people want to test out material but don't want to fail in an environment of paid punters. So we'll do that.
All right.
Attitude Consultant is produced by Ryan Harry and distributed by the Oscars Network.